A warm welcome to my channel today. And we want to proceed by looking at two datasets from the HAL base, that is the Beaver data. And before we start off, we can just have a view of how the data looks like. It gives the day, the time, the temperature, and a 0 and 1. And so we want to do a few things using the tidyverse package. We want to filter active as 1, then sort in ascending order and create a new column called TA. That is a product of temperature and active. So I'm calling it Beaver underscore all. So I'm going to filter active is equals to 1, then I arrange in descending. So I put negative temp. And the last thing is I want to mutate, that's create another column. And I'm going to call it TA, which is temp times active. So if I was to check the difference, you find that now this was the original data with 4 columns, but now I've created another set with 5 columns. TA is the multiplication of temp times active, so the values will just be times 1. I've removed the active as 0 from this side, and I'm left only where is equals to 1. So that is something I've done using the tidyverse package. I did the filtering, I was able to arrange and also did mutate. So I want to mutate time to convert minutes into hours. Remember that if you look at your data, the time is in minutes, 840, 850 minutes. So I want now to come back and do that. So I'll just create a column called capital time. Then I take the time and divide by 60. And if I was to do that and check what I get, and I'm going to look at time, and you see I've created 840 minutes is 14 hours, 850 minutes is 14.166 hours, and 900 minutes is 15 hours, and the list goes on. So that's what we do. The next thing is select columns that start with letter T. So I say select start with T, and that will give me that. Summarize time and temperature to find standard deviation. Summarize all standard deviation for columns that start with T. How many columns start with T? Is the time and the temperature. So those two columns, I'm going to get the standard deviation. And na.rm is I remove any and a's that are in the data as I do the analysis. The next step, convert all columns to uppercase. Select all TO to upper, TO upper. That means it converts all the columns to uppercase. The other data that I'm going to use is the mtcars. We can view the data. And this is the data that we have for the mtcars. Now, you could be asking, where is this data coming from? Now, if I come to down here and say data sets, then I put column, it gives a different data sets that are normally installed when you're installing your R. One of them is the Beaver1 that you have seen, which is a body temperature series of 2 beavers, 0 and 1 active. And then the other thing, set of data is the mtcars, which I'm going to look at. And they are all part of this. So you just call them directly and you get the data. So I want to arrange by data based on QSEC, and that's in ascending order. Remember when I was doing it in descending manner, that is previously here, I had to put a negative. When you want it to be in ascending, you pick the column, but you don't put any sign. But if you want it in descending, you put a negative before the column, the variable name. Then I can filter data with gears at 3 and 4. If I may go back again, you look at the gears, they are different. There is 3 and 4, 5, and so on, 3, 4, 5. So I'm only interested in 3 and 4. So if you view that data, You see that I'll have filtered based with those two. And those are just some of the examples of how we can use the tidyverse package, which are the different verbs, to be able to help us in uh, reorganizing or manipulating our data. I know you always love my videos. Please do subscribe. Thank you.